Welcome back to another Sunday vlog of Wayne's World of Gaming. This week we have got to a car boot. I'm not going to show you the car boot because it absolutely sucked ass, but I'll leave a little clip of it here.
I can go and deal on the white.
We did get to a CEX and we've been charity shop hunting for games. So basically work took me to Sutton, which is down in Surrey, and of course if I'm down in a new area I'm going to check out CEX and the local shops. So I'm going to leave you with some footage there, and I'll see you when we get back to the games room, see what we picked up. So I have got a little road trip today. So I got my coffee in hand. The time is currently 5:30. Basically I've got a job down in Sutton, which is in Surrey, right near London. So I'm hopefully going to get the job done super duper quick, and then we can go game hunting. It's probably one of the only chances I'm going to get to go to Sutton CEX. I'm going to try and get to Guildford CEX at the same time as well on the way back home. So, and obviously I'm going to be charity shop hunting whilst I'm in those towns as well. So fingers crossed we can find some goodies to trade in the CEX, and we'll get some goodies from CEX as well. So I'll see you when we get to Sutton. I got a 3-hour drive ahead of me. It's going to be a long ass day, but hopefully we'll get some goodies. So the job is done. We have just got the Sutton Town Centre and we are going to go game hunting. Got the games to trade into CEX because CEX was closed down my end last time, so try them out and then find some games. Right then, folks, confession time. I just filmed this entire segment and I was like, God, why does the screen look dark on my camera? I had my camera flipped the wrong way, so I've got the back camera at me now and I was actually filming with the front camera, if that makes sense. I'll put a little clip up here, but yeah, I've done the whole video and it's backwards, so I'm going to have to re-record it. Well, I am re-recording it, obviously. So there we are, folks. We didn't get anything from CEX. Now, if you watch back, you'll see there was a stack of PS1 games. Now, but the game openings now, you're going to miss the game opening. So, CEX, I didn't get anything from CEX. The main reason I went to the Sutton CEX was they had a game there on the PS1. Don't know if you noticed in the video that I really wanted. I wanted it for ages. Parasite Eve 2. So, I went there, had a look at it. The case looked okay. It was all great. Opens it up. The first disc was quite scratched. I was like, yeah, I can live with that as long as it plays. Second disc, I went to pick out, and all the teeth were broken that hold the disc in. I was like, oh, do I? And then when I actually looked, the first disc, I was like, oh, they're broken as well. Plus the hinge was broken. So I thought, well, I could have lived with one or the other, but all three together, I was thinking, oh, do I, don't I? But why pay £38 for a game you're not going to be happy with? There's 3 faults with it, when I could just hang on and get a better copy for the same money. Or I could go on eBay, and I think they're about 45 quid on eBay, and pay the extra on eBay. And you can actually see the photos. I could buy a replacement case, which are about £6 to £10, depending on where you get them from. But then you're back up to the eBay kind of money, and the disc would still be scratched. So I said, look, I'm going to leave it there. Which leads me on to something. How fast do they update their systems? Because I said, oh, nah, mate, it's all broke. I said, the teeth are broken. And he looked, he's like, oh, really? I didn't know that. So he didn't put it back on the shelf. The glass cabinet. He just chucked it on the side. When I got home later that night, I was looking for other copies. The Sutton branch doesn't stock it anymore. So what happens with those games? Do they just throw them in the bin? I really hope not. Because if that's the case, I really wish you could just turn around and say, look, are you going to throw that in the bin? Because if you are, I'll give you 20 quid for it. Regardless if the case is broken, you still have the manual, the inserts, and the discs. I know it's a bit scratched, but yeah, so I really hope they don't throw them in the bin. Hopefully they'll get a new case for it. I really don't know, but it is off the system in Sutton as of that day, so I really don't know. Now, games I traded in, they accepted all of them except for 2. Now, the one they didn't accept was Nintendogs because it's the USA version. A subscriber did mention that on the pickup video. When I said I picked it up, they said it was the USA version because they must have had amazing eyesight. They seen it, they said, that's a USA version, they won't accept it. You may get lucky if they overlook it, but they won't accept it. So I'm going to try that on eBay. If not, lesson learned, check what countries they're from. So that's that. And they wouldn't take Tekken. Apparently it's too scratched. And then they was trying to sell me Parasite Eve, which had 10 times more scratches. That's what I don't get with CEX. It does have fine scratches, but they're like what I would call playing scratches from where the disc's been spinning. They're very, very... I don't have the game to hand to show you, but they are very, very little. It plays completely fine. But he looked at it. He gave it to another lady for a second opinion. She then gave it to someone else for a third opinion, and it was too scratched. So, yeah, couldn't get that.
None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lie. They don't want to give me credit for anything.
So as for vouchers, I walked away with £18 10p, I believe, or £18.80. I will leave a photo up here. Yeah, so that's a little update to the game fund. I have picked up a few games. Some of them haven't turned up. One has only been dispatched today, even though I ordered it like 5 days ago. I've ordered not loads, about 3 or 4. 2 have turned up. I'm going to show you them now. Like I said, I did open these live on camera. The bloody wrappers and all are still here. I just didn't have the camera facing the right way because I'm a turd. But game 1 is Family Guy on the PS2. I've wanted this for ages. I've never played it. I don't know if it's like mini games or whatever. But the disc is fine. You would have seen that if you watched the first bit. There is a slight scratch up there somewhere, but it's going to play, I know it is. So I'm really looking forward to giving this a bash. There's one of these on a PS3 as well. I think it's called like the Multiverse or something. So I want to pick that up. And I also want to get Futurama for the PS2. So they're all on my list. So yeah, really happy with that. I paid £8 for that, which is... I think CX is around 12 quid. I'll pop it in the corner. So, yeah, it was a good buy. That's the reason I got it. It was on Vinted. I think they wanted a tenner, and I chucked in a cheeky offer for 8, and I got it. Now, the next game I've wanted since day 1 of me collecting. This is also a PS2 title. Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence. No. Subsistence. 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 That's the word, Wayne. Subsistence. Metal Gear Solid 3, Subsistence. I've wanted this since I started collecting games. I wanted every Metal Gear game. I've got the Substance version of Sons of Liberty, the second game. I didn't have this. This is actually a 3-disc edition, special edition. All the discs are fine, they're really mint. The manual, however, which you would have seen if I done the video right first time, has a couple of loose pages in there, which I'm a bit gutted about, if I'm honest. But in my eyes, it's still complete as long as all the pages marry up. Page 4, page 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, yeah. Right, so we got all the pages, so it is a complete game as such. It's just slightly damaged, so maybe one day I can get a manual for that. Maybe I can't. But I didn't realise how thick this was. Like, look at that compared to a normal PS2. That's crazy. I didn't know that. But yeah, over the moon with that. It has got a bit of, I don't know, what would you call it, rolling or puckering of the actual inlay, but I'm sure I can iron that out. But they are the two pickups that have turned up. Like I said, I've got a couple more. I'll show you them as they come. But I really don't know what's happening with pickups lately. I've really had no luck whatsoever. Things just aren't on my side. The gaming gods aren't looking down on me. But maybe they're saving up their energy for something special, a massive hitter. I can add to the collection, or I can flip for mega money and retire and become the new Hugh Hefner of the gaming world. We all know that's not going to happen, but I don't know. Yeah, my luck at the minute is absolutely dreadful. I was tempted to do a couple of CX roulettes. I just begrudge paying the postage. Like, after when I did that big one, all that postage money, it just made me feel sick, and I'm kind of against it. I just don't want to do it anymore. But I am itching for games. I don't know why. I've got plenty here. I've got plenty to play. I'm trying to make my way through them. I think I've just finished game 12 now this year. Currently on game 13, which I've only played for an hour. I haven't had a chance. Like, work and life has just been so busy. But I'm struggling to get videos out as well, if I'm honest. So don't be surprised if I miss 1 week. No, I won't. I'll try not. I'll try my best not to. But yeah, life is just really busy. But that's that for pickups this week. That was my trip to CEX and another crap car boot sale. But I just want your advice on something. It is this area over here, the Pokemon area. What should I do with it now? So as you know, the Pokemon game's going, so I've decided to take them all off the shelves now, ready to go up for sale. This is what the shelf was. Now, these I picked up from Home Bargains, probably a year ago, just to stack games on. I thought you could get more on a shelf and, you know, sort of tier them up. Didn't work the plan because the games are taller than I thought. I could get 2 rows, but I couldn't get 3. So, don't know whether to keep them or not. But my question is, do I put, like, maybe, like, sort these shelves out now to house PS1 games? Because I could do 2 tiers of those, you know, so it would look kind of like that sort of thing. But obviously fill it with all my favourite PS1 games. Or do I try and make more space here, because it's getting bad, I'm not going to lie. And maybe put all these up here. All the sealed stuff and whatnot, like the actual PlayStation collectibles. Maybe I could have PS1 across here, then PS2, then PS3. So let me know what you think about that. Because I've got games now that really don't have homes. They're just being stacked up, which I'm not really liking. So I know it's all going to be temporary. We are moving, but yeah, I just don't like the way it is. So I'm going to have 4 shelves to play with, in effect. Like, I don't really like all this. This is just, it's too rammed now, if that makes sense. I've had to move everything. Like, you can't even see my NES anymore. It's tucked up over there. I've had to chuck all these toys up here and stuff. And yeah, I'm not really liking how that's looking. So maybe I can move some of those over. Who knows? But yeah, I just want your advice on that. I don't bloody know. I don't know anymore. But that's that. That's this week. It's been a rubbish week, I know. It's not a great video. I apologise. I will try and get some better content out there. It's just hard when I'm going game hunting. I'm not finding anything. So I can't flip anything. I can't put anything in the collection. I've ordered stuff, but it hasn't turned up. Bit of a crap video, I know, but I promise next week will be better. Fingers crossed. We've got the baby on the way. The baby is like 3 weeks away now. Mega exciting. The doctors may even be bringing him on earlier, so it may be less than 3 weeks. So it's all systems go. Can't wait for the new house. This is what's holding me back, really, folks, if I'm honest, is the new house. And then I can get the games room done and start collecting full steam ahead. But just bear with me. I know videos like this aren't great, but bear with me. Have faith, and we will get there. We will have some good content, I promise you. Once the Pokemon games sell as well, I'm going to have a lot more in the game fund as well, so we can, you know, rip it up a bit. I'm really contemplating Castlevania Symphony of Night. I know it's a big, expensive game, but very tempted. I'll put it that way. Well, I'll leave you there anyway, folks. That's another week done. Crap week in my world, and I'll see you all next week. So take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Game on.